Hey, BJ Peters here from stampandbj.com. Just kind of hopping on live here today. Just a quick, kind of a quickie, because I made a card that I felt like I wanted to share with everyone. And it uses the new Stamparatus and something that's retiring soon with the end of celebration coming only in today's Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, so like 3 days left. So you want to get in on that, and it's been one of the favorites. So are you ready to kind of just check out the project? Because this is a quickie, kind of unplanned, and let's just get going. So what you got here is my Stamparatus. I don't need this plate. And I know a lot of my customers have gotten their Stamparatuses lately, and I can't wait for all of you guys to get one. The card that we're going to make is this one. It uses the Amazing You stamp set from the Celebration catalog. It's one of the original ones. And I don't know, I just kind of loved how it turned out. Was getting ready for my blog post today and thought I would just hop on and show you kind of how I did it. Didn't plan this out, so we'll just see how it goes. This is the Amazing You stamp set, and it is, like I said, in the original Celebration brochure. And you can find that on my website under catalogs and Celebration. You'll see that there. Right, we're just going to pull out the Celebrate one here. We're going to use a couple of these other pieces as well. Let's see. We want to get this going the right way. So let's see. We're going to start about right there. So I put that down on my pad there. I've got my magnets holding down my paper. I used Whisper White here. On the original one, I used Very Vanilla. Doesn't matter, whatever works for you. I like picking my plate up like this and bringing my ink pad to the plate. I feel like I get better. I don't get the ink all over as easily when I do it that way. So I'm going to ink that up there. I'm going to lift this up. One of the big features of the Stamparatus is the ability to do that. And I am loving it. Just going to ink it up again and position it right there. There we go. Now, I'm going to just use a baby wipe here and show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick this back up and put it back in, and I'm going to clean this so that it's clean, and then dry it. And when all else fails, you dry it in your pants, right? Alright, so now I'm going to put it down here. There are ways to do this. You can use, actually the first time I did it, I used some vellum. Let me see. Hard to see if I got it straight without getting my head in the way, but there's little grid lines on here. It looks like I did. Alright, so now I need to create that variation. So here I'm going to ink it up again, and I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. In this case, I'm just going to use a Post-it note. That looks good. Let's pull that off to the side and stamp it again. And that's how I got that kind of that second generation stamping, that variation. Now I'm going to pull this down and do that same thing. Ink it up, bringing my ink pad to my plate, putting this there, stamping once, pulling this off, and stamping again. And there we basically have the Stamparatus part of our card. So now I'm going to just do some of the flowers. So I've got my archival ink here because I used my aqua painter to kind of do the painting, and I'm going to pull out the flower image. Comes with all of these little pieces attached, and I customized my stamp and kind of took them apart, which in my opinion gives me more flexibility. So I'm going to stamp a couple of the flowers out here. This one's the leaf image. So I'm using, the colors I'm using, by the way, are Berry Burst, and this is Wild Wasabi. And I'm going to use a little of the Soft Sky as well. Put another leaf there. I think that's good. We'll see what it's like when we're done too. And then let's grab the Soft Sky and this other little image here. Just add a little bit more, I guess. Just kind of fun. Looking pretty cool. Alright, so now I'm going to bring back in my Berry Burst stamp pad, and I am going to just get myself some ink in the cover here. And here's my aqua painter. We've had these forever. Well, seems like forever. I guess when you've been a demonstrator for 15 years. So what I'm doing, as you can see, is I'm just kind of coming in with a little bit of the darker color right here, and I'm kind of just coming in where the darker lines are and adding kind of a little bit of depth and dimension. I'm not squeezing my aqua painter too much, just kind of adding a little bit of that. And now I'm going to kind of go to this one. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to squeeze a little bit more and kind of water this down so I can lay down kind of a base layer of a little bit of a lighter color of the Berry Burst. It's kind of fun just to come back in and add that dimension. So like I mentioned, this is the Amazing You stamp set, and it is part of Stampin' Up! Celebration, which ends, like I said, on Saturday. You can get to this stamp set for free by ordering $50 worth of merchandise, and it's a great time, by the way, to stock up. One of the things you've maybe been seeing on my blog too is that I've been reminding you to get some of the in colors that'll be retiring. Not using any of those today. I'll be honest, in part because I am up north. We're kind of living between two places right now, and I left all my in colors that are going to be retiring at home, so that's why. All right. Back onto this last flower here. In this coloring technique, you know, you don't have to have the markers and all the colors when you've got something like this that you can make work. So don't fret. Have your aqua painters. When you purchase them, by the way, you actually get two, and yeah, you'll get different looks on different paper. This paper, like I said, is just plain old Whisper White. And that's all I'm doing. All right, I'm going to add just a little bit of pizzazz though. Here is my clear Wink of Stella, and I am going to just kind of spread some clear Wink of Stella, add that little shimmerific look on it. It's hard to see that on camera, so I'd hold it up for you, but it's not gonna, it's super hard for you to see it. So there's that. We got to get that that last word in here, and the last word is you. So Stamparatus, if you didn't get one on the first try, know it's going to be in the new catalog, and you will have an opportunity to get it then. If you are new to the Stamparatus, if you look at my YouTube channel, you will find a number of videos where I have used the Stamparatus, and you can get some hints and stuff from that. There is so many things that you can do with it. I'm actually pulling out my metallic shapes here, and I'm just going to add a little heart right down here by the U and just a couple of dots. These are the silver ones. And just maybe one here. Just kind of add just a little something something. And I store mine in our Clearmount stamp cases. It's just an easy way for me to kind of keep them there and keep them handy. So there is my card base, or my card base layer. We will layer that up. So this Whisper White cardstock was 3 3/4 by 5, and I am going to layer that on a 3 7/8 by 5 1/8 piece of Berry Burst cardstock, and then we will put that on our card base, which is the standard size in the U.S., which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4, and this is Soft Sky. So there's the card. Quick and easy, really fun, and it uses the Amazing You stamp set. And I hope you check all the products in my online store and get yourself stocked up, and I hope that you can get this one for free. I'll get this posted on my blog today. Oh, I had another one too I was going to share with you. Let's go back here. Oh, here we go. So I used the Party Pandas, has been another favorite. And you can see that I used the Let's from the Amazing You stamp set. There are actually coordinating dies that go with it. So it's, I think it's, let's see, we'll grab them right here. So these you can get with your qualifying orders. So we've got Celebrate, Amazing, and You right there. So those are, there's the Celebrate You Thinlits on there on the opposite page of the Amazing You stamp set. So Party Pandas is another choice. I colored this one in with the Stampin' Blends. And this is, if you can see, is the Glimmer paper, which you'll find in the Occasions catalog. And it's actually in the third piece of celebration choices. So quick and easy one. Oh, and I think you can actually get, and I know you can, the striped embossing folder is another free choice that's out there on that last, so the third free choices that you have during celebration. So again, you'll find this stuff at stampandbj.com, and remember to create and feel great.